Good morning, everybody. Rise and shine. We're back on Eastern Island time right here at Tiki Man Radio, TikiManRadio.com, the Coastal Americana Radio Network, coming to you live on Dockside Live Radio, Western Maryland Radio, and Tiki Man Radio. Happy Friday to you, everybody. We made it. We made it. Everything's going to be okay. You've come to the right place. That's what I'm talking about. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Happy Friday to you, everybody. We made it. Everything's going to be okay. Oh, man, you can relax. Everything's going to be just fine. Let me see if I can get my buddy in here. Johnny B, how you doing this morning, brother?
Good morning, brother. Another beautiful day here on the network. Yes, indeedy, no doubt about it. And they're calling for snow in the forecast. Are you getting any?
Well, again, here's what happens, okay? They start out about 2 weeks ago, right? And the weatherman is in the local station here, And he's like, ooh, looky here. We're going to get snow, right? And so they start talking about it 2 weeks ago. And then Monday, right, they go on breaking air, and our local weather guy, one of them anyway, is a drama queen. And he likes to get on Facebook for hours at a time, and just, looking at radar for 4 or 5 hours, just looking at the radar, zooming in on little towns and this and that and all that stuff. So, the bread man sells out of all the bread this side of Atlanta. The milkman, the cows are working overtime, trying to replace the milk and everything that everybody's went out and got. The chickens, God knows they're working their asses off. And trying to shoot out a little more happiness, try to supply everything. And then by the time we get to the weekend, they're like, well, it's hard to predict weather here in the Tennessee Valley. So it looks like we're just going to get a little rain.
Man, that's a big build up for nothing.
Now, just for the record, I've been telling the forecast all week long here for the Tennessee Valley. All everybody had to do was just tune in to Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B, and you would have known that it was not going to snow. It's going to be cold. We might see a little bit of sleet, that kind of thing. The big story is Tuesday or Wednesday, it's going to be like 0 here. So
my goodness.
Yeah, that's the big part that we have to worry about. So how about yourself, man?
We're preparing for it. We're about to receive the Florida hurricane version of winter. 18 inches of snow, below 0 temperatures, and, probably somewhere around 18 inches by Sunday afternoon, starting Saturday night. Yeah, so I got to break out the snowblower and all that. I got to get it out because once the freezing rain sets in, we'll have pack ice till springtime. That's the truth.
And y'all like this kind of thing. This is your heaven, right? This is what y'all like to do.
Yeah. Oh yeah, West by God, almost Appalachian heaven out here in these mountains. You know me, I'm all about the adventure.
Yeah, apparently so. Yeah.
Yeah, I've lived a lot of places. This is the coolest. From the Florida Keys, South Florida, Kentucky, West Virginia, Frostburg, Maryland is true adventure because we've got beauty year round, but we do get some snow.
Well, apparently.
A little bit.
Good morning to our producer, Monica, who is out there. She's always listening. Good morning to you, sweetheart. Hope you're doing fabulous. Let's see here from the happy California Delta. Good morning to the Panthers. That, of course, is the kids out in California, in Antioch High School. Good morning to you guys. Hope you're doing wonderful. Let's see here. Donna and Bob Cummings, Bobsled Bob. And I have one more question. Donna is out there this morning. Good morning to you from the snowy and cold northern New York. 10 inches yesterday and forecast for minus 40 to 50 tonight at Coyote Woods.
God bless you. That's why I didn't move any further north of the Mason-Dixon line. This is about as far north as I go.
Yeah. We need to start a new comedy thing. Like we just tour the country. Instead of saying you might be a redneck, we might say you might be an Eskimo. That would be our whole shtick, right? We could just tour everywhere, where it's warm and talk about everybody else that's loving the snow and the ice and say you might be an Eskimo if you find this to be good news.
Yeah, you just might be. I like that idea, Danny. We can roll with that. I was thinking about having a Blizzard Luau party, but I'm not sure how long the internet's going to hold up out here because they said after Sunday you can expect multiple day outages. So I don't know if I'm going to have internet for the Monday show at all.
Wow,
that doesn't work. Yeah, I mean, if no internet, no Wi-Fi, no landlines. If that doesn't work, I'm just going to have to use the iTiki Telegraph or the Hillbilly Hotline. And if those don't work, we're going to have to go with jungle drums, all right? So,
Oh, me. Let's see here. Callie McCool is out there this morning. Good morning to you, brother, out in California, the Teacher of the Year, and doing a fine job with Callie McCool and the student crew out there. Good morning to you. Mo is out there this morning. Good morning to you. Happy Friday to you. Hope you're doing wonderful. Ice isn't good. No, it's not good. She's getting ready to go down to Mexico and hang out with Verona Corona.
Wow.
Let's see here. B-Man is out there from the Beachy Shell Studios this morning. Happy Friday to you. I got a friend of mine who has a friend, and he guy died in the family, right? And so the family has to go in, and clean everything out. Well, they go down in the basement, and he has about 150 high heel shoes, size 13, 14, in boxes, right?
Good Lord.
And the guy's just going to throw them away. I'm like, whoa, you can't throw that away, man. I know places down in Key West that would love to have those, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Especially, I'm like, listen, you can go down to Key West and set up a booth during Fancy Fest and sell these things for $100 a pair. Don't throw them away, for God's sakes, So I sent B-Man a picture of one of the high heel shoes, and I said, listen, remind me of this next time we talk. And, about 10 minutes later, he says, okay. He said, I'm afraid to ask.
Oh, my Lord. Yeah, that'd go over very well down in Key West, no doubt about it.
Yeah, absolutely, especially during Fancy Fest, so. And they're all in the box. I mean, we know a girl that just opened up a new, let's call it adult-themed store there by the southernmost brew hub, one of our sponsors down there. And we just need to get in contact with them, see if we can move these high-heel shoes, man.
Man, I tell you what, Danny, you get into everything. You the man. You just broker this, broker that, and boom! All of a sudden, it's like, all right, man, we got a deal. Let's roll. I'm like, hey, man, I'm in.
Well, there's a running joke that nobody ever goes over to Kevin and Angel, some of our good friends that are here every Sunday after the Sunday show, right? And so we were out and about one day, and he says, y'all were to come by the house. And I was like, okay, shoot me the address. And I know they were probably like, holy crap, somebody's coming here. They probably had to clean up the house and do this and do that or whatever. So we're sitting out on the back porch drinking some reef rum, of course, smoking cigars. He's a big cigar smoker. And he's telling me this whole story, and he shows me the picture of it. And he says, he's just going to throw all this stuff away. And I'm like, no. This is an opportunity. When an opportunity comes along, you must grab it.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. When ice shows up, make margaritas.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, don't nobody out there tell Uncle Alex about this. He'll be all over that. So, he'll be trying to get them for $5 a pair or something like that. But we've Kevin has secured them, and now we just got to get them down to Key West.
Hey, I still have the camo trailer, so we can haul them, man.
Yeah. Well, I got a message that came through that we might have some breaking news. And just so you know, just so we can plan our day here, we are down at the Jacksonville Boat Show, the Coastal Americana Radio Network. Dockside Live is there. He's got a booth set up where you can register a cooler and a free year of advertising on Dockside Live. And we're going to be interviewing Marine Max at 12 o'clock and Freedom Boat Show at 12:30 here on the show from the Jacksonville Jacksonville Boat Show. Like, what the hell am I talking about? But Let's see here. Okay, I'm getting a message here. Uh-oh, Johnny. Uh-oh. Let's see what this is all about here.
Uh-oh.
Breaking news for the Florida Keys. Due to the cold snap, frozen iguanas are falling from trees across the island. Officials are warning residents and visitors to stay alert, avoid standing under palms, and remember, stay tuned for updates and take care out there.
All right, only in Florida, my friends. Definitely cold enough this morning to get these falling iguanas and cold stun iguanas. This guy, Ben, in Lighthouse Point in Broward County, actually uses his hair dryer to warm the iguana up back to life. And it worked. You can see the frozen iguana takes off and goes on about its Friday.
According to the eyewitness on the ground, the iguanas were later seen boarding a plane headed to Jamaica. There was a little bit of a warm spell. They were able to get up, get packed, and get on the plane and head to Jamaica. This is a very serious situation. Please don't stand under palm trees and be careful of all of the falling iguanas that are still left, that haven't left the country. Going to be all right. And we'd like to thank our reporters on the ground for them following iguana reports down there in Florida. It's kind of crazy, man.
I tell you what, that's dangerous work right there. If you're going to be out reporting on frozen iguanas underneath those trees, you get hit upside the head and boom, next thing you know, you're out. So very dangerous work, and big hats off to our reporters on the ground.
Yeah, absolutely. It's pretty dangerous down there.
Oh my God, that was hysterical, man. I'm looking at like, what did he do? I'm like, all right, go, Danny, go, man. I'm looking at that, I'm like, what?
What?
And, yeah, that was really cool.
My favorite part is where they catch them, getting on the plane to get the hell out of there. They're going to go down to Jamaica, and where it's a little warmer down there, and try to rough it out a little bit, because Florida has lost its damn mind when it comes to the weather.
Yeah, and you just said the same thing I was thinking. When I saw them getting on the plane, I'm like, they're headed to Jamaica. I know it without a doubt. It's the nearest port of call that's warm. And I'm like, yeah, that would be me. We're out. There goes Danny and Johnny and the rest of the crew. Boom. And that's an ideal for a new show. Instead of you may be an Eskimo, you may be a frozen iguana.
You may be a frozen iguana. Yeah. And then, then you could, tell the crowd about if people that don't know what frozen iguanas do when it gets a little cool, and, they're not used to 60-degree weather in Florida, 50-degree, it gets down to 50. They just lay in the street. They're like, all right, this is it. This must be hell. I thought we were okay, but this is it.
Yeah, they just lay there and wait till they warm up. Yeah, get a blow dryer.
Yeah. Can you imagine the iguana laying in the street, and the guy comes out there with the hair dryer, and he's warming him up, and he's like, oh, yeah, right there. Get in there. Yeah, get in there, right there. Yeah, oh, yeah, I can move my spine now. Oh, yeah, let me crawl over here and under this car so I don't get run over, But, oh, Lord have mercy. Let's see here. Graham Andrews is out there today. Good happy Friday to you and everybody down at Uptown Whimsy. They're open. Hopefully he's got us on the TV or on the radio, and we can say hello to everybody at Uptown Whimsy. Hope you guys are doing fabulous. Let's see here. The old saying, when hell freezes over, is what the iguanas are thinking. Yep, this is it. This is it. We got to get to the plane, man. Get to the plane and fly to Jamaica.
To the plane. Yeah, that was cute, man. I was really digging that. I'm going to have to watch a replay on that.
I was thinking about it. I put that together this morning. And that's a great thing about doing a show at 11 o'clock. You got time to kind of get your mind going, get a couple of cups of coffee in you. I mean, you used to do your show at, 7 a.m. in the morning?
Oh, yeah. I did it in the studio and on the road. Yeah, we were up at 4 o'clock. And, you had to be on location by 7 for the grand opening of a can of tuna. But we did it, man. We did it everywhere, all over the place. And we did the evening shows, and I hosted the live shows on the weekend. So, yeah, I got some travel in my gravel, brother.
Travel in my gravel. I like that. Well, speaking of a can of tuna, we'd like to thank everybody for the tip money all week long, because you were able to go out and get a couple of cans of tuna before it all got gone.
Oh, yeah. I'm stocked up on tuna. We got some beer. I could use some more beer, because now we just discovered I may be on top of this mountain on a frozen ice pack for a few weeks, if not a month. and we'll see how that goes. I got to wait for the road crews to come up here and fix everything the trees tore down.
Well, if our job is to promote skiing in Maryland and snowboarding and snow machine sales and all that stuff, we're doing a really good job.
Yeah, I think we are. You know, I should have just moved the whole station or took a mobile rig up to Wisp Ski Resort and spent the next couple weeks there and broadcasting live from the Wisp, you know, but I didn't think about it, you know. I didn't think this storm was going to be that bad. And now it's shaping up to be something even worse. So, yeah, need more beer.
Yeah, absolutely. Marty Gentry is out there this morning. Happy Friday to you. Let's see here. Mo says, Marty, did you get the bar stocked up? Impending blast. So what they've done, you know, and they do this all the time. I'm telling you, man. I actually finally changed to another weather station locally, because one of the things that I complain a lot about with one of the channels that we watch all the time is that they never say Harrison, right? Now, he'll go out of his way to say Atlanta or, you know, Fort Payne, Alabama, or somewhere like that. Lickskillet, Alabama, you know. He likes to bring that up. But he never says Harrison Bay, which we're right here, you know.
Yeah.
And so I switched over to one of the other weather people, and damn if they didn't have a live cam from Island Cove Marina in Harrison Bay. I was like, now see there, that's what I'm talking about right there. Why can't you just do that?
Right. You want it local, man, for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, I like my old forecast, you know. It looks like the forecast is calling for cold beer, followed by a few scattered shots of rum with a possible chance of a hangover in the morning. Film at 11.
There you go, man. There you go. And speaking of, I'm going to be putting out some stuff probably over the weekend, maybe next week or whatever. We are looking for a live cam sponsor for Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B. All right, and I'm going to have the details in the post and all that stuff. Your logo can be on this screen during the whole entire time. It'll be the only logo on there, by the way. And we will have the camera out there and be able to talk about your business all through the show 3 times a week. It's a hell of an opportunity. So if you're interested, then this is going to be a great opportunity. I'm going to be putting that information out this week.
Oh, I think that's a phenomenal opportunity. You know, I got a bear cam, but I don't know how active that'll be this time of year.
A bear cam. Let's see here. Michelle Myers is out there. Happy Friday to you. I hope you, I guess they're getting ready for the wedding. Aww. And again, we send our condolences to everybody involved with that. I mean, it's hard to endure something like that, you know, having to sit through it and act all happy and everything. So just do the best you can.
Yeah, it's like getting your toenails done.
Yeah. Did you get your toes did since the last time we talked?
No. I'm working up. I'm working up my courage. Okay.
Did you talk to Robin about it?
No. No. I got to work. I got to get through this storm first.
Oh yeah. Well, the sheer fact that you're hacking on them damn things, you know, with an old pair of rusty pliers and you know, taking a chance of getting a hangnail and all that stuff. I mean, you know, it's kind of like, Johnny, and I was thinking about this after the show. It's kind of like you can cut your own hair, but we all see how that turns out as well. You can do your tail, your nose, your toes, your nose. You can do your toes, but that don't mean they're going to be pretty.
Yeah. All right. You know, I'm working up the courage, Danny. I know you got my back, brother. Words of wisdom coming from the man, the Tiki Man.
Well, and of course, if you're going to be down in Key West, you know, where the iguanas are laying everywhere, make sure you make your way over to Nailtini's there on Duval Street. They are the sponsor for Coastal Confessions, which will be coming up tonight live from Key West. And that's the place to get your toes did in Key West.
All right, maybe I have to wait till Key West.
Now you're just putting it off, okay? I mean, there got to be a nail salon up there. I mean, this is a great opportunity for a sponsor. We need a nail salon in Maryland that we can promote.
Oh, okay. Well, we can put the word out on that one.
I can tell you're just thrilled to death with it, man. Thrilled to death.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, can't you hear it in my voice?
Absolutely. We are down at the the Jacksonville Boat Show. Today and through the 25th, Freedom Boat Show is going to be there, and so is Marine Max, and we're going to have them on the show here shortly. Let's see here. So Brian Burns, we have a weekly call, right? And which I'm not thrilled about, to be honest with you. This whole thing about having a weekly call, but it's good for us to communicate as we are rolling through this. I just hate meetings. I'm well known for hating meetings, and now I'm having meetings for myself. But anyway, he's down there, and I said, what you need to do is put a booth up, and or put a TV up, or have an iPad or something in the booth. Let's see if I can get in there, and that way you can play the show. And as we're doing the show, people can see what we're promoting there at the boat show. So he did that, and lo and behold, there it is. And he got a kick out of the iguana video.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. You and I talked years ago about, I had this whole thing about smart TVs. If your TV isn't making any money for you, then it's not so smart,
Right.
But
right.
now you have live cam, here we go. We're just evolving, Danny, just evolving.
Yeah. I've been doing television now for going on 6 years.
I'll tell you what, man, it's a tough gig. I know you got to get up, you got makeup, you got wardrobe, you got sound checks. It's like Dean Martin walking into the studio here. Okay, everybody, we're live. 3, 2, 1, go.
That's right. Yeah. Make sure the coffee's going. There are no iguanas laying around everywhere. Everything's good. Some information about the boat show down there. They have fishing seminars today and tomorrow, room 101 at 2 p.m. With Captain Tommy Derringer, sponsored by Windward Marina Group. And free kids fishing clinic tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. In the same room. So, yeah, you got to teach these kids how to fish, and you need to take these kids fishing, for God's sakes.
Oh, yeah, get them in the great outdoors, That's where it all starts.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So if you're going to be at the boat show, go by there. It's room 101. And let's see here. Captain Tommy Derringer is going to be there teaching, having fishing, training everybody how to do fishing, and teaching the kids how to fish. And that's all brought to you by Windward Marina Group. So, all good stuff, man.
Oh, real good stuff. We've got some great companies coming up here shortly, too.
Well, you need to, yes, we do. We got Marine Max and Freedom Boat Club going to be joining us at 12 and 12:30 today. And we'll get caught up on all those guys. And I got a lot of questions that it's another thing you can do if you do an 11 o'clock show. Midday show. I guess that's what we could call it, the midday show. You got time to prepare a little bit. Sleep in a little bit. Get up. Usually I like to cook me some breakfast, and, Katie.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I know how you like to bake that bacon, and I'm not going to make that mistake again. I mean, I know how to bake bacon, but we're not going to like that song, Bacon Naked. No.
Yeah, we're not doing that. Yeah.
I'm still getting myself together in the mornings. Danny's already up. He's writing a novel, and he's posting stuff. My phone's going ding, 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 bling, 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 ding. And I'm like, man, he does get up early. I remember those days. I got the 4 o'clock wake-up calls, and I'm like, ooh, brother, we don't go on till 11. Relax a little bit.
Yeah, that's the only thing about doing a morning show like that early. Your voice is perfect for radio. You got that deep voice, and all that stuff. Good morning, everybody, Yeah. But, as you get older, that's not, it's like, good morning, everybody. Catches up with you a little bit. So you gotta move the show a little later in the day.
Yeah. By evening time, I'm losing my voice. So this is perfect timing, actually.
Yeah, I think so. I guess we'll keep our eye on the weather up there and see. Now, it's a good possibility, Monday or Tuesday, it's going to get down to like 0, 10 degrees, 8 degrees. I truly believe that's going to happen based off of the weather thing that's moving. It moved north of us, which it always does. And but the cold air is going to be here. And, we could have some power outages as well. So it might affect us next week. Damn, you're going to have like 27 feet of snow. So,
I'll try and send you some video before we lose power. And I'll try and keep in touch with you. And then all of a sudden, if you text and you don't get a reply, we're down. We'll have to switch it over to some other reserve or a bobby pin. Ding, 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 ding. Danny, can you hear me? ding, 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 or jungle drums or something, you know. I mean, I've got the mount stream for your station's Ural there, so hey, you know, I can always plug the Cat 5 or hook it up some way, man. I'll make it happen.
Drag out that old Cat 5, yeah.
If you happen to be on the air and you hear something, Danny, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Danny, can you hear me? That'd be me in the background somewhere. Yeah, I finally made a connection.
Yeah, check 1, check 2. Yeah, that kind of thing. Let's see. I was going to ask you something. I'll tell you something you may or may not know about me. A lot of people out there probably do. I've mentioned it several times, but just about every night I go to bed with Hogan's Heroes. Okay, so Me TV, 10 o'clock. They have 2 back-to-back episodes. 10 to sometimes I can make it to the second one, but really depends on what kind of day I've had. And but I was watching Hogan's Heroes last night, and it's so conducive to everything that we did in the beginning of radio, like when we first started doing it together and all that stuff. The iRig and all that. They're piecing the two-way radio together, and they got the little pump that puts the antenna that goes up above the commandant's office and all this stuff. I'm like, we could have made that happen,
Oh, yeah. Easily. I mean, I'm a gear junkie. You're a gear junkie. We're technology people. We know how to do this stuff. And I love the old analog. I mean, I love old analog. I love it to the point where I've got a 1935 big old radio down in the garage, okay? And, I love that old stuff.
Sure, yeah. Well, we finished up season 4, I believe it is, of Stranger Things on Netflix, and so we're now into the last episode, or the last season 5 of Stranger Things. Have you ever watched that on Netflix?
Yeah, I've watched that years ago.
Well, I guess season 5, I don't know if they released it in 2025 or if it, maybe they just got it on Netflix in 2025. I don't know, but we'd never watched any of it before.
Really?
Yeah, and it's all new for us. I mean, you keep wondering how they going to create another monster, or how they going to create another this, that, or whatever. But they have, and so we're trying to get through that so we can get on with the rest of our lives.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you got to stay up to date with Hogan's Heroes. You just can't get roped up and wrapped up in Stranger Things. But yeah, how many monsters can you create? And when is the town just going to have enough of this? That town has been through hell.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, hell, they actually killed off the sheriff and brought him back.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Would they do that in the lab or something?
Yeah.
I mean, he was a good character.
Yeah, he's a good character. Coming up here at 12 o'clock, who's joining us first? Marine Max is going to be joining us at 12. If you're looking for the ultimate boating experience, check out Marine Max of Jacksonville. They will be at the Jacksonville Boat Show, January 23rd through the 25th at the Convention Center. Dockside Live Radio will be there, where you can register for a free year of advertising on Dockside Live Radio. And on Friday, tune in for Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B, where we'll be interviewing Marine Max live from the boat show. That's Marine Max, the ultimate boating experience. Stop by the boat show and say hi to the Coastal Americana Radio Network. That's right, and we are down at the we're down at the Jacksonville Boat Show today, and looking forward to having Marine Max coming up here at 12 o'clock, and so looking forward to that.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you what. I was just looking at one of their boats, that Boston Whaler. Boston Outrage, that 42 Outrage. Man, I tell you what, that's got us written all over it, Danny. Yeah.
Well,
1,800 horsepower. Come on, man.
Man.
Yeah, 600 gallons of fuel. I'm telling you, Key West to Cuba for a cigar run, baby. We're in and out.
That's one of the things I've always wanted to do. I've never been to Cuba, and there for a while you could take a flight from Key West to Cuba and back in one day. Just do the little touristy thing and come back. And you never know what's happening anymore. But one of these days, I'm gonna broadcast from Havana. May have to hide somewhere under a table, in a bar or something. But I'm gonna make it happen.
No, I believe you can. If anybody could, you could. I got you back on that one because I've always wanted to go to Havana, Cuba. But, you know, if you have official AP press, you can get down there on a press pass.
Really?
I can see the wheels spinning now. He just locked up.
Let me write that down. Let's see here. AP Press Pass.
Yeah.
Check into
Yeah,
that.
look that one up.
Check into that after the show. Got it. We'll see, man. We'll see how it all happens. And oh, there we go. Did we? All right. Are you back now?
Yeah, I think somebody was throwing in interference. You know, we're talking about a cigar run to Cuba, and all of a sudden, boom, they shut us down.
Oh, okay. Well, I think I was still rolling. I think it might have been on your end. You know, you got those squirrels, you know, trying to get into trying to find the nest. I'm sure it's hard to do once it covers in 12 feet of snow, and they're like, where the hell's the house at? You know?
Yeah. Well, we do a squirrel check here every morning. You know, we want to make sure routers are all good and all that stuff before we go live. But yeah, the wind is starting to howl. The heavy snow moves in tomorrow around 7. Doesn't leave until Monday. The ice pack will hit probably Sunday evening with all the freezing rain. So I've got to get that out of the driveway sometime Sunday during the day before it turns into a frozen tundra.
Well, there you go. You know, this happens every year. I'm telling you, man, by next weekend or the weekend after that, we could be 75 degrees and hitting high records here in the Tennessee Valley. So I'm not too worried about it. It happens every year.
Yeah, by next week, they'll be calling for another storm up here. But that's the way it goes, you know.
Well, I do have a office upstairs, and I have a wall propane heater that has a 100 pound tank down below it in the pool house. And, you know, so I'm good there. But I also have a small propane tank that has those heater burners on it, you know, that you can turn up to get the room warm to cut the other heater on when it's really cold. And so that one ran out. And I tried to go down here and get propane. And there was 27 cars in line, you know, one guy filling up propane tanks, one at a time, and let me tell you something, he ain't in no hurry. He don't care how much business he's got. I went by there 4 times yesterday to do that, and every time it was the same thing. I'm like, well, the hell with it.
Oh, wow. Man. Yeah, the only thing I've got is propane for the grill outside, which, speaking of Verona Corona and her instant coffee, it reminded me that once we do lose all of our power, I've got the grills. I got 2 grills, one charcoal, one propane. I'm going to have to heat up some water for some coffee.
Well, there you go. Well, propane's very important in these situations, and it's hard to get. I mean, you know, we have Food City up here. They have those exchange propane tanks, and they were out. The one guy down here that don't get in no hurry, he's got 27 cars wrapped around his little bitty building there. He's in no hurry, and I don't know if he ran out of propane or not. I just got tired of driving down there. I went and got the tank off the grill out here at the Tiki Bar. I'm like, well, I'll be all right till it warms back up, probably about Wednesday. So I ain't too worried about it.
Nah, neither am I. You know, it's just you roll with it. That's all we can do.
Marty Gentry says he has done the Cuba trip. Man, he's been everywhere. Marty Gentry has been everywhere, done everything. You know, Verona Corona was down in Costa Rica with us last year. I think I forgot to mention that last week when we were talking about it.
I'll tell you, she gets around there.
She does.
Traveling hither and yonder. Yeah, well, when you're that far north, you might as well just take the winter off and head south.
Yeah, when it starts snowing in Canada, she's like, all right, I got to get the hell out of here, you know. So that's what she does.
Yeah. You know, I remember one time I left up north a few days after New Year's and was heading back to Florida, and it looked like a mass exodus from Canada. And after I got to Florida, it took me 2 days, believe it or not. It was bumper to bumper on Interstate 95. Every other plate was from Canada. Yeah. And somebody said, never leave during that time because all the Canadians are headed south.
Yeah.
All that, I witnessed it. I literally, because usually I can make Jacksonville like in 12 hours. And I'm like, wow, I had to get a hotel in Atlanta.
Oh, God. That's horrible. You know, most people, you know, for all the people that travel through Atlanta, I guess there's people out there that say, listen, we're going to drive to Atlanta and get a hotel room. Then there's the other part of us out there that says, listen, let's get up early enough to get past Atlanta when the traffic starts.
Yeah. So, I'll never, that time of year, first week, second week of the new year, stay off 95.
I remember one time when Key West Chris and Danny Hoy came up here to evacuate from Hurricane Irma, and they stayed at a little hotel somewhere down in Georgia, and Key West Chris was taking pictures of him, posing it. And, it's like the little outdrawing of the dead body that was there at one time or something. He's like, I don't know where the hell we're at, but this is home for tonight. I guess we're gonna make the best of it.
Man, yeah, it's a journey for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. Let's see if we got any messages here. Marine Max is going to be joining us here in just a few minutes. And let's see here. Make sure they hit join. Because a lot of people, if you don't hit join on that link, you can still look like you're in there, but you're not to us.
Right. Yeah, I try to share that with everybody when I send out an email. We can send you a link and just click on it. We'll put you in the green room and bring you on when we're ready.
There you go. Well, we got to get some people from Maryland, some of those local businesses up there that you promote a lot on your show, and tell everybody about your normal show that you do.
Well, that's Tuesdays and Thursdays from 12 to 2. It's called the Western Maryland Radio Lunchtime Special. And, I just go out there, hang out, have fun. Some days I cut up, unhinged, unplugged most of the time, but especially on the air. I try to keep it entertaining, keep it moving along, and it's always a good time. Mm-hmm. And I had a big luau party from all the great TIR music, Tiki Man Radio music from back in the day. I still have all that. And I thought, man, this is a great time to have a winter blizzard party. So I just cut loose and went nuts, baby. Brought out all the old Henry Kapono and Ho'akuna and all kind of great Hawaiian artists. And it was rocking, just rocking. And of course you got Arrow, with all that great groove master music. So, but yeah, feel free to stop on by anytime. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 12 to 2. Join us on the lunchtime special and make some new friends.
Yeah, absolutely. We used to have a, let's see here, the Friday kickoff with Jen Chin. We used to have that on Fridays only, obviously, and I think it was from 12 to 2, 11 to 1, something like that, a couple years ago now. Hadn't heard from Jen in a while. She did a fantastic job, and that's kind of the thing, man. Find something to kick the damn weekend off. Have some fun.
Oh yeah. Man, that's why I always like the Aloha Friday shows, man. It was just, it's always a big party. It's Aloha Friday, and that's how we rolled with it, trying to make people smile.
My lovely daughter, Julie, is out there today. Happy Friday to you. And, but when a teacher gets to Friday, they're ready, man. They're ready.
They're ready. No doubt about it.
Josh Clark is out there today. Happy Friday to you, brother. Hope you're doing wonderful. And if you guys hadn't hit the like button on the video stream there, please do so at once. That helps us out a lot. And let's see here. We got Portland, Oregon, tuning in today. Let's see here.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is. New York is New York City. They're listening in today.
New York City.
Yeah. Let's see here. Duluth, Georgia. Good afternoon to Duluth, Georgia, Jacksonville, Orlando, Key West, everybody out there that's listening on Radio Land. And
thank you.
He is just getting a white screen. Send me the link. Okay, let's see here. Let me copy this. And bear with me, Johnny.
That's all right, man. You've got this. You can walk them through, no doubt about it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is what I do all the time. Let's see here.
When you're not making iguana commercials. That was funny as heck, man. I'm like, what? And you did it in the morning? I'm still having my coffee nowadays in the morning. I'm not making commercials. But if you asked me to, I would.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. I'm like, okay, we can do this. You can call me any hour of the night.
All right, I just sent them the link again, and let's see if they can click on it, log in, and get on the show. Hopefully they can turn their phone sideways. I think they're going to do it on their phone. I'm not sure, but we'll get them in here in just a second.
Yeah, man.
Hey, we got some money in there in the tip jar. Let me hit the heart button there.
Awesome.
There
Thank
we go.
you all so very, very much.
There we go.
We appreciate it.
It looks like Vienna sausage money right now. We'll try to do better, Johnny.
Well, that's all right. Buy any sausage is good, man. We'll take it.
Really is. I mean, I've had to live off of it before,
Yeah, me too now. I mean, that's life on the road, that's radio.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's see if we can get Marine Max in here. And let me see here. Of Jacksonville, by the way. Let's see here. All right, there you are. How you doing this morning, Will?
How are you doing, sir? Good to see you.
Man, I'm doing better than most. I mean, iguanas are falling out of the sky, up in Maryland, where Johnny B is, it's 24 feet of snow or something crazy like that. So, man, I'm just glad to be tuned in to you guys down to Jacksonville Boat Show.
Yeah, it's actually a beautiful day today. Warmer than expected, I would say.
Yeah.
Out here is we're going to mid 70s all day, so it's actually quite beautiful. My mother lives up in Maryland, so I've heard there as well. It's brutal weather up north today.
Yeah.
Wow. What part of Maryland?
The Eastern Shore on the Chesapeake Bay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Very familiar with it.
That's beautiful. And I'm sure you've talked Mom into getting a boat since she's up there on the Chesapeake Bay, right?
Well, that's why I grew up on boating my entire life. That's how I kind of, by the sheer fact that my parents had me on a boat when I was old enough to even walk, that I've been my whole life in boating.
Well, there you go. Well, Marine Max is one of the largest recreational boat dealers in the world, from what I understand, locally operated. You guys are out of Jacksonville, correct?
That is true, sir.
And
Marine Max is the largest recreational boat dealer, yacht dealer in the world. In the U.S., we have about 100 locations nationwide, stretching from coast to coast. The predominance of our dealers run up and down the East Coast and around the Horn of Florida. But yes, we do have a tremendous scope in the industry, and as well as a great breadth of products.
And you guys are kind of like a one-shop stop, right? You do it all. You do the sales, the finance, all that stuff, right?
Yeah, and that's not unlike what you would find in other dealerships. They also offer similar. Where Marine Max really differs is how far we can extend our services because of how large we are. So I always like to offer up like real world examples. And a good example is, let's say you bought a boat up in Charleston, South Carolina from a Marine Max dealer up there. And you had planned to take the boat, let's say for a weekend excursion down to Jacksonville or maybe further south on the intercoastal, which a lot of customers do. And this is an actual example of something that occurred. So that customer started off on the trip just like you would any other trip. And they got to about Amelia Island, and like you find floating in the intercoastal, they hit something with one of their lower units. It could have been a crab pot. It could have been a floating pineapple tree or something.
Sure.
Who knows what they hit? But what do you do if you're, new to maybe doing cruising boating, or just new to boating, or maybe you're a seasoned boater? But what do you do when you're encountered with problems like that? And all the customer had to do was call Marine Max, their local dealer, and we had them a spot at our marina within 3 hours. We had their boat pulled out of the water within 5. And that's the kind of services that you don't find, where, because we are so large, no matter where you go in the U.S. along the waterways, there is probably going to be a Marine Max dealer close by that we can get to you, so we can provide the services to keep you in that lifestyle on the water.
Well, that's awesome. And of course, what about training? I mean, a lot of people want to buy boats, but they may not know everything there is to know about how to operate a boat. What goes into that from buying a boat from you guys?
Well, every location, they operate a little bit independently. We are blessed in the fact that we have a 200-ton certified captain that does all of our training. Now, the reason why you might find someone like our sea captain at our location as well as other locations in Florida is because we not only sell the smaller, 16, 17, 18-foot boats, but we also, if you look at our breadth of products, we sell boats that are up to 100, 150, 200 feet long. So you have to have someone in place that can handle that type of knowledge and that type of experience on the boat. So when you have a customer that is buying a cruiser yacht, a 42-foot cruiser yacht, you can have someone on board that has the breadth of experience that can go, this is how this boat operates. These are all the systems. And remember, when you get into bigger boats, you have a huge breadth of products and systems that you have to get accustomed with. And if you don't have the knowledge base to help you learn that, it really sets you on a bad foot when you get on the water.
Sure. Yeah. And I can imagine having that many locations too. I mean, inventory, that is really a big plus as far as inventory. Like if somebody says that, they want the XKG 9000 model or whatever, you may not have it there, or maybe you will, but you could get your hands on it pretty quick as well. Correct?
Yeah. One of the things, and I have a little more perspective because I've worked for a couple of different marine dealers over the years. And so I got a chance to see how they do things and how MarineMax does things a little differently. And one of the things that really stands out to me is I know if local dealerships, they're just trying to sell what they have on the lot. That's all they're going to sell you, regardless if it's the right color for you or not. They're really going to make sure that that's going to fit where they want to be. With MarineMax, our whole premise is to make sure that boat checks off all the boxes that customer wants to see, whether it's color, systems, options. And if I don't have it locally, like you mentioned, I'm going to extend out that reach to maybe some of our dealerships in Florida or as far north as the Great Lakes to try to find that perfect fit for that boater on the water and provide those services to make sure that there's fluidity from the time that you find and identify the boat to the actual day you get it into the water, so they don't feel like there's gaps and the logistics of it gets them confused. We really support that measure with customers.
Yeah, I believe that from everything you're telling me, and what a plus that is. And what about the Jacksonville Boat Show itself? Why is that so important?
Well, Jacksonville is a very unique market, and as you might be aware, we not only have very close access to the ocean, but we have a huge river system called the St. Johns River, which is one of the largest rivers in the United States. But we also have the intercoastal, which is like a I-95 corridor running north and south as well. So there's a tremendous amount of boating opportunities in and around Jacksonville. So the boat show gives everybody the opportunity with the community, whether you're new to boating or you are, an experienced boater just looking to upgrade or do something in the future. It gives everybody, not just for MarineMax, but all customers. And again, we like to focus on all customers and not just divvy out just MarineMax customers. All customers have the ability to really kind of touch and feel, but also gain a lot of industry experience by talking to people, here at the booth. And, with MarineMax, because we are, the way that our philosophy is with customers, we tend to take more time with customers, not focus on you getting that sale on that customer that day, but we focus a lot more of our time to make sure that the boat fits the needs of the customer before we get on the water.
Yeah, I guess that's important, right? To get to know your customer, find out what they are looking to do. What are they experienced boaters? Have they been boating their whole life? Are they new to this? Where they're going to be at, how they're going to store these boats. All this kind of stuff is important to get to know your customers, right?
It is when you think about. I mean, we take it for granted because we're used to the boating industry. We know all the hurdles that we have to go through on a day-to-day basis. But if you're new to boating, it seems insurmountable. So you really need to have a dealership that can provide the services that kind of level out some of those hurdles so that you're not confronted with so much that because remember, boating is a lifestyle. It's a choice. So if it's a choice, having a lot of hurdles thrown in front of you, a lot of times if you get confronted with something that's like, oh, what do I do about insurance? What do I do about storage? Yeah. Do I need a trailer or not a trailer? What about my lift? There's just so many questions, and if you don't have a good consultative approach with customers, it might turn them off from boating, and that's not what we want, because we all, as a group, we enjoy the waterways. Everybody in our dealership, it loves and experiences the waterways every day. So we like to share that with customers. And when you see someone that gets frustrated in the process at like maybe another dealership or just in the industry in general, you can see it, and you really want to go, help them out to understand that, yes, it's a lifestyle, but we're there to support you no matter where you are in the water.
Yeah, absolutely. And what kind of categories of people? What are people looking for in boats these days? This time in the world.
Well, if you look at the industry now, it seems like boating is getting bigger. There's less of a predominance of smaller boats on the water. I mean, 25 years ago, a 25-foot boat was a fairly large boat. And nowadays, a 25-foot boat is considered mainly a much smaller runabout. So you'll see a predominance of larger boats coming into the market, which is an area that MarineMax really excels in because of our breadth of products towards the larger yachts. You also see a predominance of larger power options in the back of the boats. People want to go faster. They want to have more fun. They want to get out and zip around on the water. But then you also see a lot of really incredible safety features that are really helping people. We talk about some of those hurdles. And when you get on a 25-foot boat, like the boat I'm sitting on now, it can be kind of an overwhelming experience when you first get on the boat. You're controlling this big piece of equipment. Nowadays, with things like joystick drives and bow thrusters and full integration at the helm, it's very pleasing and beneficial to be able to sit down with a customer and go, don't panic. We got you on this. Let's show you how to run this joystick, and let's show you how to park this thing like no other, like you've been doing it for your whole life. And that usually is an exciting experience for customers when they first realize that, hey, this is not as scary as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. But, there's people out there like, well, can I just download an app and drive it with my app or something? I'm like, listen, we're not there yet, are we? But, it's a lot of technology that has changed.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. There's actually new technologies out there now where they'll do there's a new technology. I just saw it the other day where they actually have self-docking boats, which that blows my mind, where the boat will actually sense the dock location and pull it in by itself without any interaction from you. Kind of like a self-driving car. That technology's out there now. They're just trying to apply it to the water environment, which, of course, it's going to happen. But I'm waiting to see what that looks like in practice, because, so many variables in docking a boat. There's so many variables in water versus driving a car. So you wonder if it really will pan out on a beneficial basis. But again, any new technology like that is focused on improving the experience for a customer on the water, you've got to delve into it and try to embrace it with customers, especially if it's an option that they can utilize while they're on the water.
Well, self docking boat app. That sounds like we have finally made it. There's a lot of people out there going, yes, finally, because that could be the scariest part, right? Because you're coming in and maybe you're not as experienced, and everybody's looking at you like, look at this idiot, see how well he can do it or whatever. But if you just hit your app and it just slides in there, it's like, wow, he did that like a pro.
Well, what's funny is that sometimes the more experienced boaters are the ones that have the more difficult time getting onto some of the newer technologies because they're so used to doing some of the things that they've used to do in the past. So getting them on a joystick, sometimes they're like, I'm not sure, I don't know, this confuses me, or some of these other technologies, it's like training someone to swim as an adult. It's not intuitive to them, so they're like, oh, this doesn't feel right. They always want to go back to their old habits.
Well, this is the same people that didn't want the push buttons on their windows in their car. Like, listen, I want to be able to roll mine up and down in case I get trapped in this thing.
Exactly.
People are funny, man. So MarineMax of Jacksonville, man. If people obviously if they're in Jacksonville, they need to come by the boat show. You guys will be there through was it Sunday?
Yeah, the boat show is today from 11 to 6, tomorrow from 10 to 6, and Sunday from 10 to 4. We'll be here all weekend. There's a lot of great boats at the show. It's downtown in the Prime Osborne Center. It's great parking. It's not usually very hugely congested. There's tons of parking right next to the convention center. And it's in a nice location where all the boats are nicely located, so you can really kind of float.
Oh, we lost him. We lost him there. Are you?
Wow.
Yeah. We just, man, there he is. There he is. Let's see if I can get him back in here. There you are. I lost you for just a second there.
Oh, you did? Okay. Anyway, there's a lot of great boats out here, and I encourage, even if you're not a new boater, like tomorrow they have a lot of kid functions that are great because they have seminars for fishing and things like that for young ones. Always exciting to see kids running around with their brand new rods that they picked up at the seminar. So I encourage family, just come on out. It's a great experience for everybody.
That's right. And the fishing, that's going to be in room 101 with Captain Tommy Derringer, I do believe. And helping the kids, teaching the kids how to fish, too. That's very important.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, listen, we thank you. We've got your video that we played before the show that you guys that has all your website and all that stuff on it. But is there anything else you want to mention before we let you fly?
No, if you're listening to this show in and around the Jacksonville area, please feel free to come by Jacksonville. Just understand why MarineMax is different than any other boater. Let us show you why and walk you through the process of getting into the industry and becoming part of the lifestyle that has made my life so much better over the years, being out in the water and just enjoying the environment.
Well, Will, we appreciate you stopping by weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B on the Coastal Americana Radio Network, and we hope you have a fantastic weekend down there, and we'll continue to help get the word out about MarineMax at Jacksonville.
Thank you, sir. I do appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful day.
You too. There we go. Will with MarineMax, and let's see if I can get Johnny B back in here. Johnny, you were going in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out.
Yeah, we've got strong winds moving in here today, storm-related stuff, so get ready. It's about to get real.
Well, listen, man, I just need you to hold on for another 45 minutes.
Yeah, I know. Hanging out, I'm like flying an aircraft here, we're losing altitude. Yeah, that's all right. I've got, I'm watching all the encoders and the connectors and all the meters, and I'm like, yep, it's about to get serious.
Well, I don't know if you caught it or not, but we were talking about the app that has the self-docking for you, right? And I was like, man, that's something we've been waiting on, flying cars and an app to dock a boat. Man, that's all we need right there.
That is amazing. Can you imagine bringing in a 60-footer and just it docks itself?
Yeah.
Oh, I just can't.
Yeah,
I can't.
That's crazy. Well, that's MarineMax of Jacksonville, and of course, I'll play the video here during the music, and of course, we got Freedom Boat Show coming up here at 12:30 as well, live from the Jacksonville Boat Show, where Coastal Americana Radio Network is hanging out. Brian Birds is down there. He's got a booth. He's got the show on his iPad right there. You can see the show playing on the booth. Stop by. Put your name in the registration there. You might be able to win a free year of advertising on Dockside Live. So we really appreciate Will stopping by and joining us to the Coastal Americana Radio Network, bringing the lifestyle of the beach house to the lake house. Come over and enjoy the sunshine.
Shake up your Friday nights and tune into Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle from 7 to 9 p.m. on the internet at tikimanradio.com. or on Tiki Man Radio YouTube, live from the Beachy Shell Studios in Key West, Florida.
Hey everybody, join us for Sunday Mornings with the Tiki Man starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Island Time right here on Tiki Man Radio every Sunday. Come over and be part of the show. We'll be streaming live on the Cammy's Grammy Live Cam on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, and get into the chat and be a part of the show. That's Sunday Mornings with the Tiki Man starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Island Time right here on Tiki Man Radio, your Coastal Americana radio station. That's right. Tune in Sunday for the big show. Sunday Mornings with the Tiki Man, always a good time, and we usually have a pretty good crowd that come around and hang out with us on Sunday. We're always looking forward to that. Let's see here, Johnny B, if we can get are you with me, Johnny? Get into Sunday Mornings with the Tiki Man. I don't know.
Yeah, man, we got you, Danny.
There we go.
Hello, Houston. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, man. So the wind's picking up in western Maryland?
Oh, yeah, it's howling out here. It's only a matter of time before we start losing things.
Wow.
This is the storm before the storm.
The storm before the storm. That's like the let's have a let's get together and plan a meeting before the meeting. And those are the worst. Okay, those are the worst. But everybody likes to be prepared, I guess. All right, let's see if we can get Lisa with Freedom Boat Show Freedom Boat Club in here. We got so many boat shows we're all doing. It's kind of like you just say boat show with everything right now, but Freedom Boat Club. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. Actually, it's warm here today. That makes the Botanista very happy.
Well, we started the show talking about falling iguanas. That's down in Key West, that's a thing, and in South Florida, if it gets below say 65 degrees, iguanas just fall out of the trees. So, having a safety meeting this morning talking about don't stand under a palm tree this time of year, but. Freedom Boat Club, man, I'm so excited. I did a lot of research last week, and whenever we started talking about having you guys on, and it's pretty interesting to get to know you guys. And I put together a video that we've been playing all week and promoting everything. But the big question always comes back to, why do I want to join a boat club when I can just go out and buy my own boat, right?
Right.
That seems to be the big question. So tell us the difference, why that's such a big deal.
So, Freedom Boat Club isn't for everybody, and we know that.
Yeah.
I mean, some people are boaters and they need to own their own boat. Who we are absolutely perfect for is that family or couple or person who's always wanted to boat, but just, lives in an HOA, can't keep the boat there, lives far from a marina, is going to have to trailer it, doesn't have the vehicle. Or a lot of times we see couples where one person grew up boating and the other doesn't have any reference points. And so, the one, and it's not always the woman saying no, sometimes it's the wife that grew up boating and the husband doesn't have any reference. He's like, no, it's expensive. I don't want to do it. And so it's like, we are a perfect answer for that because they get all the joys of boating without any of the responsibilities. And we teach them. We have incredible U.S. Coast Guard certified captains on staff that do all the training, and it's really robust training. So they walk away feeling confident. I mean, my members have had more training than people who have just gone out and bought a boat.
Yeah.
So it makes it really easy. It's a win-win for that family. The other thing is a lot of people, they're busy. The kids have soccer and this and that, and they don't have the time to invest, or they're not going to go every single weekend. And so, we're the perfect fit for that.
Wow. Yeah, and I really like the training aspect of it because, it's also a good avenue to get in, even if you're thinking about buying a boat, maybe joining a boat club is better because you're going to learn. You guys teach people how to, obviously you don't want people jumping in your boats and running around and running into everything, So training is very important, and but it's a quality of being part of the boat club that comes along with that.
Yeah, well, what's really cool about it is that, like, we've had members that have joined, and they're like, "Well, I got my 100-ton captain's license, blah blah blah," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's great, but our insurance doesn't care about that. They want to know you were trained by us." Every single person comes back and goes, "Oh my gosh, Tyler was great. Dave was awesome. I learned something. I, had a great time." And so what we do is we train them, and then they have to go out 5 times locally for just their inshore, and then they do a second training for offshore.
Oh.
And we teach them man overboard, how to work the EPIRB, all of those things, how to get somebody if they've fallen off. And so they really have, like I said, much more training than a lot of people who are out there.
Yeah, and I would imagine, we were talking to Marine Max earlier, and we were talking about the fact that some of the most experienced boaters are the ones that are most difficult to deal with, and they may not have that much experience with, say, joysticks and things of that nature.
Right. Yes. So it's amazing, and it's just like warms my heart so much when I see somebody, a couple walks in after they've taken the boat out the first time, and they're like, "Oh, we saw dolphins. I took my kid out tubing," and just that joy and that excitement of them being able to do something they've dreamed of for a long time and just never do it. So.
Well, what separates you guys from the other clubs that are out there? I mean, you guys are one of the largest. I know that. I mean, you got a lot of members, 90,000 members or something like that?
Yeah. So we are the largest boat club in the United States of America. We actually started the concept. Freedom Boat Club started the concept. And we are worldwide. I had a member send me pictures and video taken out a boat in front of the Opera House in Australia.
Oh, nice.
France, Italy, Canada, and now to be Puerto Rico. I mean, it's just amazing. So that sets us apart because you get reciprocity at all of those. The other thing that sets us apart is our training. Our training is very robust. I have had people leave other clubs and say, oh no, I've never experienced, training like this. They have access to our captains, like as much access as they want. If they want to learn how to dock like a boss or anchor like some, all they do is pay for fuel and our captains will take them out. We have 5 local locations that they get unlimited access to. And any locations that we grow, that's included in their membership. And then the other thing is we really pride ourselves on being like the Ritz-Carlton of boating. So it really is that customer service, red carpet concierge. I love telling this story. Had a member and he called one Friday afternoon. He's like, hey, I asked Lori if she wanted to go on a date. And she said she did. She wanted to go out on a boat. And so I said, okay, great. She was the boater. He was not really. And so I said, oh, great. And I was thinking, oh, what boat do you want? And I go, oh, never mind, Jim. I know what boat Lori wants. And, it's that kind of thing. Like our dock staff knows the kids, knows the members, knows their habits. And, we really pride ourselves on helping them load their stuff on and getting it off. And so it's that red carpet concierge service that also sets us apart.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have some people listening in England right now. We have some people listening in France. And that's a great thing about the Coastal Americana Radio Network. We're streaming across 3 different radio stations. We're on YouTube. Cool. So, you've got a lot of members out there that, probably tuned in or maybe tuned in or maybe living in that area and say, hey, I didn't realize that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And they can go to freedomboatclub.com and see the map and see, where all of the locations are. And it's just, literally, I'm just in awe of us as to how many locations we have and how we continue to grow. Yeah. And growing is the key, right? We always want to continue to grow. Yes. And the next thing, kind of like the guy who sits down at the kitchen table and he starts adding up the price of the boat, what the payments are going to be, how much the interest rate's going to be, how much the insurance is going to be, how much this, that, and the other. I mean, it can add up. How much the cleaning products are going to be, how much the maintenance is going to be, how much his Coast Guard package is going to be.
Right.
All of those things. Yes.
Yeah.
So we are much less expensive than owning a boat. But, I also, because I'm great friends with the Marine Max folks, I own a boat myself, we want to make sure we're not saying like, everybody should join. There are people who should own their own boat.
Absolutely.
And I think that's awesome for them. And then the ones that don't own a boat, we're the perfect answer for. It's not going to be part of their family lifestyle and what they're going to do.
Well, the way the world is today, you got family that live on one side of the country and they have family back on this other side of the country, but they want to take them out and they sure don't want to pull the boat all the way across country, so that plays in it. People travel all the time. They're going back and forth and there's all kinds of locations, like you say, that they can check out and take out a boat for the day and enjoy it. If they're really boaters, they're going to find a way to go.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that you mentioned earlier was, a lot of times people don't know what boat they want. Mm-hmm. And so the thing that's so wonderful about us is that we have several different kinds of boats. So when you want to take the family or your, aging parents or whatever, you can take the pontoon. Then the next day, the husband's like, oh, I want to take the guys out inshore fishing. Well, you can take an inshore fishing boat. And then the following weekend, he's like, well, I want to go offshore. You can take an offshore boat. And then the next week, the kids are like, I want to go tubing. Okay, you take a deck boat or a bow rider. So you get to try all the different kinds of boats to see what's a fit for you.
Yeah.
But also, if you're not going to buy a boat, you get to use all those different kinds of boats where you would never get to do that if you just own a boat.
Yeah. Choices are great, aren't they?
Yeah. So it's really cool. Literally we'll have a family that'll, take the kids tubing one day and then, he's going out fishing the next day. So.
Well, you guys are going to be at the Jacksonville Boat Show through Sunday, correct?
Yes, we are. Yes.
And how can people find you at the boat show? Where are you located at the boat show?
So we're actually in the main, on the main floor near the bar. So.
That's what I'm talking about. That sounds like something I would have done. I'm like, I think we can set up right here.
Yes. Yeah, it's great. While people are in line, we're like, hey, you want to find out about Freedom Boat?
Yeah. Let me get you a couple of margaritas and get you in the club here.
They can find us at freedomboatclub.com.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if they're not going to be at the show, on our Facebook page, and I always encourage people to read reviews.
Yeah.
And also, not only that, if I've got somebody that's really skeptical, I'll tell them, you know what? Show up at the dock on a Saturday between 12 and 2. That's our busiest time. People are coming on the boats, off the boats. And just show up. Don't tell anybody you're there. Walk up to any member that's coming off and ask them what they think about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're gonna say how much they love it.
Yeah, I mean, do your research, and it's not really hard to do, especially interest rates. I just had a friend of ours, Golden, who bought a boat, and we were talking a little bit about interest rates and what they are now, and then insurance and all that stuff. And he bought the boat because he's a fisherman, and we live on a lake here called Harrison Bay Lake. And he just goes out fishing, so he's not going to be doing a lot of the things that we talked about earlier, which leads us back to the point that it is not for everybody, but it can be if your situation is correct, right?
Yes, 100%. If it works for you, it's a great fit, and you're absolutely going to love it. I mean, we have so many, I call them evangelistic members.
Yeah.
That, just really, and it's so perfect for them because they can go boating and not have to worry about, how they're going to trailer it and how long it's going to take and where they're going to keep the boat and how they're going to clean it and how they're going to maintain it. That's a whole nother part that people don't think of. Like, if you did not grow up boating or you don't have a reference point, you don't know all the things to maintain and what you're going to need to do and all that. And, all of that gets expensive also. Yeah.
And like you said, if you're unfamiliar with what kind of boat works for you, this is another great choice to choose. And if your goal is to, maybe you're going to stop traveling, when you retire, as opposed to traveling. You've been traveling your whole career. Now you just want to stay home a lot more and buy a boat. You can learn, get your training, learn about safety, learn what boat's for you, what boat's not for you, before you make that big mistake and buy the wrong boat.
Yes, and we've had I think the statistic is 20% of our members leave and buy a boat.
Okay. So
they get the bug and they decide they want their own boat. And whenever they send me the email and tell me that, I'm like, awesome. Come by the dock and show me what you bought, And so I think that, that's amazing. It's a great way for them to learn about what works for them and their family and what they like and don't like.
And no matter what, I mean, you have helped somebody bring some sunshine into their life through that process. And, they're going to tell other people, say, I'll tell you what I did. I joined Freedom Boat Club, and I got to know everybody. I made a lot of friends, and then I just decided to buy my own boat, not because of Freedom Boat Club, but because I just like boat more locally or something, So
they want to make it part of their lifestyle.
Sure.
And, and they want to own their own boat, and I think that's great. And we've had members that have moved to the water, and bought a house on the water because of it, because they fell so in love with it.
Yeah, there you go. Well, listen, we appreciate you stopping by and giving us some feedback. We've been looking forward to this all week long. Freedom Boat Club, tell us one more time, if they're not going to be at the boat show in Jacksonville this week, how can they send out some more information?
The best place is freedomboatclub.com. And then click on so we have 5 locations. So that if they want Julington East, Julington West, they want Jacksonville Beach, or they want St. Augustine, Comanche Cove, or St. Augustine Shipyard, they can click on that. They get unlimited use at all of those. But once again, in that whole red carpet process, we like to meet them what's closest for them and where they, want to go to. So they can do that. And that's really that's the best way. And then we'll send them all the information. And of course, we'd love to see them at the boat show. It's great. The show is fun. You're smelling fiberglass. Everybody laughs at me. When I go to our shop, I walk in, I'm like, oh my God, I love the smell of fiberglass.
Oh, smell that fiberglass. And it helps being right next to the bar too. Let's get a drink and enjoy the day.
But, and Captain Tyler, our lead captain is going to be there. And we actually, I'd love to tell you about this. My shop guys built a helm station.
Oh.
So we're bringing the helm station to the show so people can actually get on the throttle and feel what it feels like to click it forward, click it back, what the wheel feels like.
Nice.
So it's a little, it's a little bit of a simulation, but it's pretty cool when you've never had that, feeling before. And Tyler will be there to answer any questions about training. I'll be there, and then my membership executive, my marketing director. And we've got some members that are coming too. So people can talk to members and ask them, questions.
Yeah. I mean, having somebody there to basically a testimony of how it's working for them is probably the best you could have, because people are a little skittish, they're afraid to do things. The whole society really is afraid to get out of their comfort zone in a lot of ways. And most of the times when they do get out of their comfort zone and try something that they really want to do, they end up thinking, man, I wished I'd have done this a long time ago.
Oh, my gosh. You cannot – you just hit the nail on the head. So many times I hear people go, I wish I would have done this sooner. Why didn't I do it sooner? Why didn't I do it 5 years ago?
Yeah.
I mean, I cannot tell you how many times we do that.
Well, it's human nature. People are –
And so don't forget – we got a boat show special going on.
Oh, tell us about that.
I'm not going to talk about what it is. You got to come to the booth to find out, or get to freedomboatclub.com. But, our season's getting ready to come. This is a great time to join, to get a special, and then be ready to go and be ready to roll when season rolls around.
Well, there you go. Well, you're an absolute ray of sunshine to have on the show today. I can't thank you enough for being here with, let me see if I can get Johnny back in here. He's up in Maryland in the 70-mile-an-hour winds and all that stuff, but thank you for being here with the Tiki Man and Johnny B for Weekdays with the Tiki Man, and you're just a ray of sunshine. I feel like I need to just jump in there and come down and find out what that deal is at the boat show right now.
Come on, you need to. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Get the heck out of Maryland, man. You're going to have some snow this weekend.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I am not.
Well, after this weekend, I may not make it out for a few weeks, if not a month.
Yeah.
Hey, Danny, when you got to go to my Facebook page, I've seen some of your beautiful pictures, by the way.
Thank you.
But I have a really funny video on there that I think you'll like about boating in snow. It's kind of cute.
Well,
short.
I'll go out there and check it out.
Yeah, you got to check it out. But that's definitely, I tell people all the time, I'm a born and raised Floridian. I don't even bleed blood. I bleed salt water when you cut my veins.
There you go. There you go. God, I love that. Well, we're going to let you fly and let you get back to bringing some sunshine into other people's lives there at the Jacksonville Boat Show. And thank you so much. And we hope to work with you in the future down the road, too, as well. Okay?
Awesome. All right. Thank you.
There we
Thanks
go.
for having me on. I appreciate it.
No problem. There you go.
Hey,
That's
just as we close, inboard, outboard, onboard, never board.
there you go.
That's good.
Mwah! We'll see you later.
Okay.
Oh, man, what about joining a boat club, but you have no idea what it's about? Well, now's your opportunity. Freedom Boat Club will be at the Jacksonville Boat Show this week, and on Friday, January 23rd, tune in to Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B for an exclusive interview live from the boat show. Freedom Boat Club was established in 1989 in Sarasota, Florida, and their founding vision was clear: to provide a hassle-free boating experience for all their members. And now, 35 years later, operating in 400-plus locations and offering 90,000 members access to thousands of premium boats and waterways around the world. Freedom Boat Club might be your answer for the club you're looking for a hassle-free experience on the water. Dockside Live Radio, part of the Coastal Americana Radio Network, will be on site for the Jacksonville Boat Show this week, where you can register for a chance for a free advertising for 1 year on Dockside Live Radio. And tune in Friday for Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B for an exclusive interview with Freedom Boat Club. Hassle-free experience on the water. Now that sounds good to me. Keep listening to Tiki Man Radio and all the radio stations on the Coastal Americana Radio Network, where we all believe in a hassle-free life, bringing the water to you. That's right, hassle-free life and hassle-free radio right here on the Coastal Americana Radio Network with Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B. Let me see if I can get him back in here, man. You going in and out,
Yeah,
in and out, in and out. Yeah, hanging in there, man.
Yeah. Yeah, Houston, we're losing some altitude here. That's all right. We got a problem. Nothing we can't fix. Stand by on that one.
I have been looking forward to talking with Lisa all week long with Freedom Boat Club. She's just a ray of sunshine, and you can tell her passion is in what she does. She just loves every bit about it, and it's such a pleasure to have those guys on the show this morning.
Yeah, I tell you what, I like all the training they provide. She said something that reminded me of a skit that we used to do on the show. She's talking about a man overboard drill. We had the beer overboard drill, and that was a bunch of fun, man.
There you go, man.
Like, humor is where you find it.
Well, let's see. We'll go into the weekend here, and of course, we got Coastal Confessions coming up tonight, live from Key West, and with B-Man and Michelle from the Beachy Shell Studios, and then at midnight, Jukebox Saturday kicks in. That's one of the most popular shows we play here on Tiki Man Radio, and then Sunday mornings with the Tiki Man, the big show Sunday mornings. 10 to 1 o'clock, and then we'll be back here Monday with Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B, if the weather holds out, right?
If the weather holds out. I'll be out there on Sunday with a snowblower, and I'll be tuned in to the Tiki Man if I can, if we got Wi-Fi, and I can hear it through the drum of that engine. But yeah, man, I'll do my best, and I'll shoot you some vids, and I'll see what I can do about that camera sponsor. That's a great idea,
Mm-hmm.
Maybe at the nail salon. I don't know, but maybe at Wisp Ski Resort. That would be great.
Well, there you go. Yeah. I mean, the cam sponsorship, we have Cammy's Grammy Live Cam. That is our live cam sponsor. And then we, for the Sunday show, and then Coastal Confessions. We have the southernmost point, the brew hub down there in Key West, and the Pint, as we like to call it. That's the live cam for his show. And, we had Island J for the live cam when we started out here for a long time until that went away. And we always got live cam sponsors down at the showcase when we're down in Key West. So we need a live cam sponsor to sponsor this show to get this thing rolling here.
Yeah. I'm going to reach out to West. They've expressed some interest, and I love showcasing our community and our resorts to the world. I think it's a great idea, so I'm just going to have to send them a little reminder with an update. Yeah, listen to this.
Yeah, there you go, man.
They've got cool stuff going on up there.
Oh, man. So when does it stop snowing in Maryland?
Well, I tell you what, we get the pop-up snows from the Great Lakes. So it comes right off of the Great Lakes, rolls down right over top of us. We don't even know what's coming. It just pops up. So you may get an inch, you may get 5 inches, and then it moves on, moves out. This storm is predicted. It's coming out of the south this time. So as everyone knows, it's really big. And, for us, it's going to be 15 to 18 inches, and then freezing rain after that, and multiple days of power outages is what they're telling us to prepare for. So... it's like, okay, I got to make a beer run and instant coffee run. Jeez. Verona Corona, thank you so much. You mentioned that name. It's instant coffee. But that's a great reminder. Thank you very much. I'm not a big fan of instant coffee.
Me either.
If I have to cook it on the grill, I got to cook it.
It's worse when you travel all the way to Canada and realize this is all you got, and then you look around at how many people are there, and you're like, this is not going to be enough. And I'm like, you people need me to have coffee. We're going to have to fix this problem, I promise.
Yeah, that's got to be taken care of. I'm not a big fan of instant coffee. And, hey, thank you again for the coffee you sent up here. We're still waiting for it, but I know it's on its way. It's coming through the mountains. To get up here, they'll put it on a pack mule and get it up to me.
Well, I'm very excited about that. That's the first step, right? We may have a coffee sponsor that's coming on board. It's a little more details to come down the road. But first things first, we got to taste the coffee, right? The coffee has to be good, and it can't taste like it's been in Verona Corona's jar for 7 years or anything like that. We got to make sure that it's good coffee. So once we get past that, then we'll go from there.
Well, maybe I can shoot a video and send it to you. You know, if it comes up here before the storm, I'll be making it outdoors, so we'll do an outdoor version of the coffee. But that'd be interesting. You know, I may have to hit Durham's outdoor supply store to see if they've got any outdoor coffee pots, you know, like a cooking percolator or something.
Well, I'm very lucky to have the XKG 9000 coffee pot here in the chocolate bar that has 3 pots. Has one on top, 2 down at the bottom, you know, and I'm telling you right now, when you put water in it, you better be ready to make some coffee because it goes to work immediately. But it's nice. Usually I just use it during the Sunday show, but since we've been doing this, I've been firing that thing up every morning. So, and I'm getting ready to think that, you know, I just drink coffee to keep my kidneys going because it seems to go right through me.
Oh, my God. I could use one of those. I remember the days of the morning show. It was coffee, Monster Energy drinks, and just anything to keep me going. You know, you get up at 4 o'clock in the morning after a long night, and you're like, man, I need something here. You know, you got to be large and in charge at 7 o'clock.
Absolutely. And Mo says joining a boat club is a good way to good if you want a boat, but you don't know which one you want. That's right. That's exactly right. Yeah. Which is one of the things that we were talking to her about. Let's see here. It is cold. Edwin says it's cold up in Minnesota, and it will be heavy snow this weekend as well. Man, it's you know, we get through this. I mean, we're almost February, for God's sakes, and then we're headed over into springtime. So we just got to make it through. You know, I don't like winter because everything dies off, turns brown, and you know, it's depressing.
Well,
but
I try to keep that thought in mind. But, you know, when I first moved here, we got 8 inches on Easter Sunday. So that's April.
Oh.
So we've got a ways to go. But that's the way it rolls here in these mountains. That's the little microclimate we live in.
Yeah. If you guys hadn't hit the like button, please do so. That makes that helps us out tremendously and keeps us rocking and rolling here. And, of course, after the show, I'm streaming on one we do this show on one computer, and then I switch you back to the base. So if the music stops or if it sounds a little funny, just refresh your app. There is a new Apple app out there, thanks to Ed the Train Man, who told me that, hey, man, the Apple app has disappeared off the Apple thing. And I'm like, okay, fine. Let me dig into that. We got that fixed, got it updated. So you might have an update on your Apple app out there if you haven't checked it in a while. Just go into your apps and see if it needs to be updated, a little new version of the Apple app. So I hadn't had an Android. What kind of phone do you got, Johnny?
I got an iPhone here and a Galaxy that I'm running some other stuff through.
You got 2 phones running.
Man, there's a lot of, let me tell you something. When you're trying to capture a show, co-host the show, broadcast it through radio, and then maintain the video, there's a lot going on here.
Yeah.
So Danny knew, he's like, yeah, Johnny can do it. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
And then after the show, I got to run out and get coffee and Vienna sausage with my tip money. So that's cool.
Yeah, I didn't skip a beat, right? I mean, listen, Johnny, we got to get you back into radio, and we're going to do television at the same time. Okay, fine. You know, that's kind of how it all went down. But
yep.
Well, all right, Johnny, thank you for another week. Thank you, everybody out there that's been supporting the Coastal Americana Radio Network, everybody from the Jacksonville Boat Show that has been tuned in and sending messages and stopping by, and, of course, Lisa with the Freedom Boat Club. What a ray of sunshine she is, and, of course, Will with Marine Max. It was great talking to him as well, and, of course, if you're down in Jacksonville, stop by the Jacksonville Boat Show. Say hi to Brian with Dockside Live. He's got a booth set up, and he's got you can register to win a cooler and a free year of advertising through Dockside Live. So make sure you tune in to Coastal Confessions tonight, and of course Sunday show. And then we'll be back here next Monday with another edition of this show. Thank you so much, Johnny, for doing this with me, man.
Sure. Yes, sir. You're welcome. Thank you for having me. And everybody have a great weekend. Happy Friday.
That's right. All right. Well, it's time for us to get on out of here and let you get on with your day. Thank you so much for supporting everything that we do and be a part of the Coastal Americana Radio Network. You'll be able to watch this on or listen to it on SoundCloud and watch the replay on YouTube here shortly. So have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you so much.